Trump would have some plausible deniability about Gavin Newsom getting under his skin if he didn't then say stuff like this.
The governor's incompetent. You know, Gavin, I know Gavin very well. He's an incompetent guy with a good line of bullshit. And he doesn't get the job done.
I gotta say, I wonder if maybe, just maybe, this has something to do with the fact that Newsom has emerged as Donald Trump's principal opponent. Trump decided to tell Texas Republicans that he was entitled to 5 seats. And like good little dogs, those Republicans delivered him exactly what he asked for. Only for Newsom to step in and neutralize that scheme with a gerrymander in California. And he hasn't been shy about it either.
They fired the first shot, Texas. We wouldn't be here had Texas not done what they just did. Donald Trump didn't do what he just did. He went so far as to follow up and say that he didn't just want those 5 seats. He said he's, quote unquote, entitled to those 5 seats. Just pause and reflect on that. Everything should have just stopped there. President of the United States claiming he's entitled to 5 seats. That should put chills up your spine. Every Republican, not just Democrat and Independent, every American. Those enduring values that we celebrate, just celebrated 249 years, the best of the Roman Republic, Greek democracy, the rule of law, co-equal branches of government, popular sovereignty. What we'll celebrate, will we? Next year, the 250th anniversary.
That is why Trump does not like Gavin Newsom, because Trump feels entitled to power, raw power, and Newsom won't just let him run roughshod over our democracy without a fight. Trump wants to be a dictator, and his political party, full of dickless sycophants, is perfectly content to let it happen, but Trump doesn't like that a Democrat dare stand in his way while he seeks total control over the United States of America. Oh, and there's one more reason that Trump probably doesn't like Newsom. I have a tweet here.
Which one's this?
This is, well, what I would love is to have you read this in your voice. If you'd like to just take a shot at it.
Well, I mean, wow. Tomorrow history will be made. Now, I'm not going to be as effectively as the person that you may recognize is on Truth Social, but in this case, we push this out on Twitter. Caroline Leavitt will have no answers for this.
Well, hold on. I don't want you to breeze right through the brilliant. Go on. It's not just Caroline Leavitt.
Caroline
Leavitt. That's right.
I have no answers for the supposed fake media about California's beautiful, big, beautiful maps. People are saying that that were the greatest maps. They're just saying this. They are, Brian. People are saying they're greatest maps.
Many people have heard that.
Ever created. Even better than Christopher Columbus's. Donald the Failure Trump, be warned that tomorrow may be the worst day of your life, all because you missed the deadline. He misses a lot of deadlines. Liberation Day for America, GCN. I should have said thank you for your attention to this matter.
Because Newsom is embarrassing the shit out of him with his all-cap screeds that Trump thinks read as official proclamations. And Trump doesn't like to be embarrassed, so now he's attacking Newsom because Trump's whole worldview revolves around whether or not his ego is massaged or injured. In fact, to that exact point, listen to what Trump said just a few years back about Gavin Newsom during an interview with Tucker Carlson.
I used to get along great with him, when I was president. I got along really good, Gavin.
Well, you got along with Gavin Newsom?
I did. I really did. He was always very nice to me. Said the greatest things. He would say things like he's doing a great job. Oh, he was very nice.
About you?
About me. That's why I could never hit him, because he was so nice to me.
That's why I could never hit him, because he was so nice to me. Trump is so driven not by any semblance of principle, but rather by ego. If you kiss his ass, he's nice to you. If you insult him, he'll seek to destroy you. Why? Because the only thing he cares about is himself. That's the litmus test. That's the whole ballgame as far as Trump is concerned. He has no governing philosophy, no value set, no long-standing principles. He is the center of his universe, and how you treat him will determine how he treats you. Trump's sole priority is not his voters, not the economy, not the country, but himself. As far as Newsom is concerned, it's clear that he's leaning heavily into this fighter posture, something that I've been begging for from Democrats for years. The fact that he's getting attention now is not just offering him positive reinforcement, it is sending a message to the rest of the Democratic Party that this is what the country is looking for. I can't tell you how many videos I've watched online from people saying something along the lines of, look, I don't know that Newsom aligns perfectly with my politics, but the guy's the only person out there fighting, so I'm on board. That's a message not just of support for Newsom, but a message to other Democrats out there to wake the fuck up and fight. We are sick and tired of being the party of strongly worded letters. We are sick and tired of putting up half-assed efforts that ultimately end in capitulation because of norms or processes or the parliamentarian or the filibuster. You never see those things stop Republicans. So often, it feels like Republicans won't allow anything to tell them no, while Democrats will look for any excuse not to get to yes. That needs to end, and it needs to end now. And that's a point I made just a couple of days ago during a Substack Live. If you're in a position where you can actually do something, think to yourself, what are you there to do? Are you there? Did you run for office to defend processes or the filibuster or the parliamentarian or independent redistricting commissions or vague, nebulous good government organizations? Or are you there to actually do the stuff you campaigned on? If it was to expand healthcare, to protect reproductive rights, to combat climate change, to make sure that kids are safe in schools from guns, to make sure that workers can get paid a living wage, to make sure that unions are protected in this country, and on and on. If those are the things that you ran on, then do whatever the fuck you have to do to make those things happen. And if an independent redistricting commission is standing in your way, roll it the fuck over. If the filibuster is standing in your way, if the parliamentarian is standing in your way, if any good government reforms are standing in your way, like, barrel through those things, because that's not what you ran on. You ran on protecting people. You ran on helping the middle class. You ran on making sure that workers have some dignity. If those are the things that you ran on, then make sure that whatever is in between you and those things, that you barrel through it. And unless that becomes our North Star, that's the weakness that pervades the party. This sense that we're here to, like, protect the institutions of government instead of the people that the government is supposed to protect. So I hope this is a message loud and clear to every Democrat out there. In office, running for office, House, Senate, state legislature, White House. We are tired of being rolled. We are tired of strongly worded letters. We are tired of losing. Stand for something and fight for it. We can tell when you're bullshitting. We can tell when you're saying nice things for the cameras but have no intention to follow through. Newsom gets credit here not only because he's saying what we have to do, which is to fight fire with fire in Texas, but the guy's doing it. Redistricting will be on the ballot right here in California in about 9 weeks, November 4th. Was it an enormous lift? Yes. Would there have been 1,000 reasons not to do it? Absolutely. But did it get done anyway? Yes, it did. That's what it looks like when you actually fight for something. Every other elected official, take note. You don't get credit for saying things that sound good. You get credit for doing them. So who's the next governor who's going to introduce new maps? Who's the next state legislator that's going to neutralize what's happening in Texas and likely Missouri and Indiana and Florida? Who is the next Democrat that is going to recognize the urgency of the moment that we're in right now? Who's going to disabuse the Democratic Party of this prevailing notion that extraordinary times just call for ordinary responses? Because that might have worked in the past, but we are in a new era, one where our leaders need to actually recognize the urgency of the moment we're in, step up and lead. We are telling you what we need. Wake up and answer the call. Before you go, if you enjoyed this content and you want to see more and support independent media, please subscribe to this channel. The subscribe button will be right here on the screen. But second, the reality is that we are now in a political environment where this administration can lean on any of the social media platforms to suppress certain voices if they don't like critical coverage. That means my longevity here is in the hands of a few tech billionaires who are already making it clear that they are willing to cater to this administration. To that end, signing up for my newsletter is a way for me to reach you directly if that ever becomes necessary. I'll put the link right here on the screen as well, so please sign up. It's free, but there's also an option to do a paid subscription if you'd like to support me and my team. I really appreciate it. Thanks so much for watching.